We have such good hearts. We know what it is to have unity. We know what it is to care for our neighbors. We're also different because over the past couple of years, relationships have been built, relationships have been forged. There's always these conversations going on behind closed doors that a lot of people that you don't know, between myself and other community advocates, with the police chief, with the city manager, with the mayor. So I just want to say, no matter how small these steps that we've been taking have been, they have been in the forward motion. They have been in the forward motion. Now, at this point, we don't want any more tiny steps. Now it's time to start taking giant steps.
Yes.
Now it's time to start taking the monumental steps.
Yes.
Right? It's time to tear down the old ways.
That's right.
Right? If this don't tell you, I don't know what will. It's time. The old way of doing business is over with.
Over.
It's about accountability.
Yeah!
That's right.
Now, since 2008, there's been many occasions where we've come to the council, we've talked to the chief. Well, at the time she wasn't the chief, but we've been in conversations for over the years. We were asking for community oversight over discipline when it comes to our police officers.
Okay.
We're asking
Okay.
to have a say in who is policing our neighborhoods.
That's right.
No more asking.
No more.
Now we're demanding.
Yes.
We spoke in the past about a citizens review board. We don't want a board. We want a citizens review authority. We want the people to have the power. We want the people to have a say in discipline. We want the people to have a say in who is policing our neighborhood. We're not asking anymore. Now we are demanding. We're demanding the community to review authority. This authority can't be made up by what you think it should look like. What you think it should look like. It has to be made up of the people who are mostly affected by the misconduct. The ones who are most affected by the murders. That's what that authority needs to look like.
Yes.
We pay you to protect and serve us.
That's right.
You have authority over us because we give it to you.
Yes.
Yes!
This authority would have recommendation power over discipline. Not the chief, not the staff, but the people.
Yes. That's right.
Until we can start holding these officers accountable for the small infractions, they'll continue to grow. They'll continue to fester. All of you out there who got children know exactly what I mean.
That's right.
You got a 2-year-old that's cussing. Ha ha ha, that's cute, right? Now that 2-year-old becomes a 5-year-old. That 5-year-old becomes a 10-year-old. Now when that 10-year-old becomes a 15-year-old, since I've been cussing you out and checking you all of this time, well, hell, I'm just going to start smacking you. I'm just going to start choking you. I'm going to just start putting my knee on your neck and watch you die. But if it's checked in the beginning, the attitudes, the behaviors, then it won't escalate. They won't feel that God complex, like I can do as I please and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
Give the power back to the people.
Yes.
You guys work for us, we don't work for you.
Yes.
Yes!
How many of you guys have ever been able to go to your employer and say, this is how you can discipline me?
Never.
This is how you can tell me what I can and can't do.
Never.
Right? And if I don't like it, I'll find a way to enforce my authority over you.
That's right.
Give the power back to the people. No more asking. We're demanding. Now, through all these conversations about trying to bridge the gap between community and policing.
Yes.
They
Yes.
always want us to trust them. Right? They always want us to give something, be forgiving.
Yes.
What are you giving us? No more talk.
No action.
We are a people of action. We need to see. You need to give.
Yes.
We need to give.
Yes.
We've been giving all this time. For decades and generations, families have been beaten and abused.
Yes.
It's like a generational curse.
It is.
We got to break that.
Yes, we do.
Give the power back to the people.
Bridge this
Yeah.
gap. We gotta bridge this gap.
Now, we don't want anything small. We don't want any conversations. We have demands. And at this point in time, we just want those demands met. Make us know. Make the people know that you really want to bridge this gap.
Do your
That
job.
you really want our trust.
Do your job.
Give us something big. Nothing small.
Let's get our freedom.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right here and right now.
Say it.
Our demand, if you truly are listening, if you truly want to do what's right for the people who are affected by this, we demand the resignation of Officer Jensen.
Yeah.
We demand his resignation. You don't got to fire him, but we demand his resignation. I've said it before. We are wounded.
Yes.
Amen.
We've been stabbed in the heart.
Forever.
Too long.
And that knife is Jensen.
Yes.
Remove that knife so that we can begin to heal.
Heal our wounds.
Remove that knife, then we can begin to build.
Stop harming us.
We demand the resignation of Jensen.
Yeah.
Listening. If you hear us,
Please.
that's the gift. When that is given, we can publicly do all kinds of things.
Absolutely.
We have the people in place with relationships and
Absolutely.
understanding of one another.
Yes.
And trust of one another.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing that we can't do.
Yes.
This is an opportunity where Elgin can lead this country, and after the smoke clears, we can rise from the ashes
Yes.
as the phoenix.
Yes.
Where will you want to be in history? Ask yourself that.
Ask yourself that.
We demand
Yes.
the resignation
Yes.
of Jensen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, Jensen has got to go. 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 Works in mysterious ways. The things that are going on today are not new. The universe slowed this world down. We were all moving so fast that we didn't have the opportunity to stop and look at our neighbors. We didn't have the opportunity to stop and value and recognize the greatness in life. We're too busy chasing the dollar to sustain a lifestyle. We forget to be human. We forget to love. We forget to show compassion. But the universe slowed everything down, didn't it? Everybody was asleep, had tunnel vision, and had their blinders off. But the universe slowed the world down. And through George Floyd, woke up this country to everything that blacks and browns and minorities in the low-income community have been awake to for generations.
Right.
It don't matter that you woke up late. All that matters is that you are awake now. Now what are we going to do with that? We have to channel all of this energy, all of this love into the power of the vote. Elect candidates with the courage to fight for what's right regardless of what the status quo wants. Fight for what's right regardless of who in power is going to be offended.
Yes.
Do right by the people. You work for the people.
Right
The
by
power
yourself.
is with the people. The power is with the vote. You, as an individual, just voting freely, not connected with your people, I get how people can say, okay, my vote don't count. But when you stand with the multitudes, when you stand with the masses,
Yes.
and you move as one people,
Yes.
one voice,
One race.
one community,
Yes.
all things are possible. There's nothing we can't achieve. Everybody that's here, who came and had the heart to stand up, who woke up, stay woke. Connect with your people on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you have to. So as these elections happen, you, me, all of us can vote for people with the courage for the change that we need. Vote for people with the courage to tear down the system that doesn't work for everyone, but only the privileged few.
Yeah.
And if the people in power are truly listening, if you truly hear us, we told you our give. We demand the resignation of Jensen. Let Elgin become the Phoenix. Let Elgin lead this country in how to unite a community in all agencies, from law enforcement to social services, to community boots on the ground, to the youth, to the elderly. We can be that. Look around you. Look to the person next to you. Remember their face. You guys are all standing together as warriors to tear down the system that has been in place for over 200 years. So now you know our demands: the resignation of Jensen, a citizens review authority,
Yes.
power back to the people.
Yeah.
Now the ball is in your court. What are you going to do with it?
What are you gonna do?
Shall we remain ashes, or shall we rise as the phoenix
Or
throughout
will
this
you
country?
take action?
The choice is yours.
Let's go, baby!
Yeah.
Now, they're talking a lot about all of the negative things in law enforcement. A couple years ago, I met a man running for sheriff. And at the time when I met this man, I was very critical of him because he's part of a system that has brutalized my people. It was through my brother, Corey Dixon, that I was able to humble myself, sit and meet with this man, have conversation with this man, get get to know this man as a person and know his heart, I was skeptical at first. He talked a lot of good stuff, but as I said, we are people of action. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna give to the people?
Back to the people, yes.
Sheriff Ron Hain, everything that we discussed during his period of campaigning, when he was elected, I was like, he probably won't even call me. But he called. He called right away. He put pressure on me. He said, yeah, Marcus, remember what we talked about?
Yeah.
You ready? I was like, oh, this is the first time somebody ever called me off guard. Because I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. But he hit the ground running, implementing all kinds of programs to re-educate our people in the jail system. He advocated for people who engaged in those programs. He challenged me to put together a recidivism program. And I put together a program called Mind, Body, and Finances. Try to stimulate one's mind, provoke thought, help them find the best version of themselves. We did boot camp workouts in order to exert negative energy. We discussed financial foundations and how to acquire them, how to build oneself up so that they can put themselves in a position to have a financial foundation. And he allowed me, little old Marcus Bannon,
Yes, sir.
to come into his jail and speak to my brothers at their most vulnerable state, when their minds are clean, when their minds are open, to be able to plant the seed for them to be the best versions of themselves.
Yes.
That's his give. That's his action. And that's why I ask our other officials to do the same. Give something big. Give something outside of the box. If anybody knows me, I'm the last person anybody's going to be trying to let in their jail to talk to anybody. But Sheriff Ron Hain sat down with me and got to know me as a man,
Yes.
as a father,
Yes.
as a human being.
That's right.
Saw my heart, the desire for us to be a united people.
Yes.
In order to do that, all agencies must be reunited. We all must be moving in the same direction.
That's right.
That's the only way the change is going to happen. It's one people,
One people.
one voice,
One voice.
one community,
One community.
one people,
One people.
one voice,
One voice.
one community,
One community.
people,
One people.
one voice,
One voice.
one community,
One community.
people,
One people.
voice,
One voice.
one community.
One community.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Ron Hain to come over here next to me, please. I'm about to tell y'all something that not a lot of people know. But since you got all you people here, so I just want to make sure he don't try to back out, right?
I want to make sure he doesn't back out.
So we have a one fitness center in Elgin on the west side where we do all this community work that I'm talking about. All of these layers that need to be addressed. Because there's just not no one thing that's going to fix us. There's work that we have to do within the community, and then there's work and pressure we have to put on our officials. But we got to be willing to do the work all around. We can't just be on them.
Yes.
We have to be on ourselves.
Yes.
We have to take responsibility for our
That's
children
right.
and our neighbors' children.
Yes.
We got to plant the seed for them to be the best versions of themselves. Give them the resources to do it. So over at the gym, I have a nephew who he was shot 6 times and almost died. Anto. He survived.
Yes.
And when he survived, the seeds that I began to plant in him back when he was 13 or 14 years old started to come to mind. He came up with this concept. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
Guns down.
Now what that means, it's a challenge to all his peers. Put those guns down. Stop killing within our community. Unite with your brothers. If you have negative energy, come to the gym to exert it. If you feel like throwing a punch, throw it in the boxing ring.
Here.
And everybody wakes up the next day, few bumps and bruises, but with a bond, a strong bond. I'm old school. I come from an era where you couldn't be my friend unless we fought. Wasn't no hanging out with me until we had to throw some knuckles. Because in those moments of combat, you see the character. You see the heart of the man in front of you. You recognize it. You respect it. Then you begin to bond with it. So with that said, with the journey that I've been on with Sheriff Ron Hang, I'm ready to create that bond with him. So the sheriff and I will be participating in a Hands Up, Guns Down event.
Yeah.
Link up with me on Facebook because that's where I should put everything out there. Marcus E. Banner. So we're discussing a date. It ain't solid yet, but we will let it be known. It will be announced. Now, everybody knows, Sheriff. It's time for you and me to really be friends.
Yeah.
Myron, come up here. Myron, come on.
Yeah.
Let's go, Queen. Let's go.
I'm gonna hand this over to her when I'm gonna be done saying something very short and sweet. There's a tragedy that happens every day in the United States, and that is a criminal justice system that is unfair to minorities. Our Kane County black population out in the streets is 6%. Guess what it is inside my jail?
50.
Right around 45%.
Oh.
Okay? Hispanic population in the jail, it's about 40%. 36% in the community. But you get where I'm going. There's a shift that's wrong. It has been my mission over the last year and a half. I've lost a lot of friends over this, in the prosecutor's office, in some of the police departments, because of my stance in advocating for the release of nonviolent detainees who graduate through our structured programming. They do not need $500,000 bonds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never make more than $20,000 a year
Yeah.
until we train them and put them through our job fairs in the jail and finally give them a chance. So, yes, George Floyd happened a week ago, but this happens every day.
Yes.
Remember
That's
these
right.
names that are on my sign.
That's
They're
right.
right from your community. Right here in Kane County. These are all people who are held in jail for nonviolent crimes for years
Yes.
and will never get that part of their life back. Elgin, I want to thank you, as Marcus has said, one community, because your demonstrations have been peaceful, productive,
Yes.
outstanding.
Yes.
One community to me
Yes.
means the sheriff's office.
Yes.
It means Elgin Police Department, who I stand right next to every single time, and you.
Yes.
This is how we all make better together. Thank you for all the love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, come on.
I'll get him on fight night.
Guys, I would just like to thank you all for coming out and showing support. And I would also like to thank the Elgin Police Department. I've been pulled over twice for speeding, I'm not gonna lie. And everyone has always been extremely nice to me and respectful, and I truly do appreciate you guys, I really do.
Yeah.
everybody. Show some love for my ride.
Hi, how's everybody doing today?
Hello.
Thank you everybody for coming out. I just want to say this is just beautiful seeing everybody together. It's very powerful. I don't know if everybody else feels that unity that I feel today. I just want to say everybody, thank you very much for coming out. And I just kind of want to talk as far as, you know, all the white people that are here. It's amazing that, you know, everybody's here in unity, but it doesn't start here. It starts when you go back home, and it starts when you go back to work. Because we have to speak out too. We have to speak out too, because black people have been speaking out for over 100 years, and they've been unheard, and they've been unlistened to by the white people. So when us as white people, when we hear the racist things that our own people say, or the ignorant things that our own people say, we have to check our own people, whether that's our boss, whether that's our parents. We have to stand up, and we have to stand up for everybody. That's all I have to say.
If there's anybody out there who has something that they want to share that's on their heart, please feel free. Come on up and speak. Find your voice. Find your voice. Find your voice.
Yes, go. Yeah, go.
Yeah!
Hi everyone. I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming. I was raised very, very conservative. I was raised to not speak. I was told, you're not going to make a difference. It doesn't matter. It's not your problem.
You matter.
This is not your problem because it doesn't affect you. That's how I was raised. So the second this came up, I grew up, man. I grew up myself. I reached out. I did my best.
Thank you.
And then this shit happened. And I wanted to come out. I wanted to come out to every protest. I wanted to go downtown.
Yes.
I wanted to speak out, but you know what? I didn't, because I had a family issue.
Yes.
I did not call out my own family.
Okay.
My family did not support this movement.
We support you.
And I felt like a goddamn hypocrite to come out here and support y'all when I'm not even strong enough to tell my own family that they're wrong.
That's right. That's right.
Starts here.
White people, I want you to call out your own family, okay? I know we all have those family members. They might not know that they're being racist. They may not accept it, but it does not change the fact that we all have it inside of us. We have white privilege, and we need to use it for our community. Because we unfairly have the power. There's no reason why we should have this privilege, but we do. So we might as well fucking use it for good, right?
Yeah!
Thank you.
I'm not going to say much. I just want you to listen.
Hey.
Who shut it down?
Elgin, shut it down!
Who shut it down?
Elgin, shut it down!
Who shut it down?
Elgin, shut it down!
I want to call out our Latinos,
Yes.
Hispanic, Mexican, Puerto Rican, everybody out there. Because we are also the future. We also, not only Black Lives Matter, we have to support everybody. We have to unite ourselves. If we don't tell our people, because there's also Mexicans who are racist. There's also other races that always talk about each other, but we have to come together because we're family.
Yes, we
our
are.
future is in our kids. Our kids are going to be our future, so we have to stand together.
This is my sister.
Spread the word.
Yes.
Put it on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere else you can. So everybody matters.
Sí se puede.
touched on something very, very important that you need to take away from this. So Black Lives Matter, no, it doesn't affect you personally sometimes. When immigration goes crazy, it doesn't affect some of us personally. But when we move together for Black Lives Matter, when we move together for immigration reform, the power is with the people. Just because my problem today ain't yours don't mean that you're not going to have a problem tomorrow where you're going to need your brother.
Yeah!
Stand with me today, and I promise you, Latinos, white folks, whatever your issue is, I will stand with you tomorrow.
Hi. Kind of nervous speaking, but I am an Asian American. I'm a Muslim American. And I call on my Asian community, my Muslim community.
Yes.
Call out our family members who
Yes.
say racist things. Make changes in the masjid and
Yes.
within our own community.
Yes.
We can be the generation to change this and to turn this around.
Yes.
Yeah!
One people, one voice, one community.
One people, one voice, one community.
One people, one voice.
One community. One people, one voice, one community. One people, one voice, one community. One.
Who shut it down?
Elgin, shut it down.
Who shut it down?
Elgin, shut it down.
Who shut it down?
Elgin, shut it down.
I have cried every single day at the thought of what is taking place in this world. I have no sons. I am fearful to birth one.
Talk about it, Queen.
Yeah. You
Talk
got
about
this.
it, Queen.
Yes. You got this.
Lost a friend of years because of this. Who cannot speak up about this issue in her own household. I've been attacked recently at the fact that this issue is now being televised. At the fact that we're living this every day. My daughter has lost a friend. My daughter is a black African young girl, 7 years old. She's lost her best friend that we've raised since diapers. Because of the perception her mother has of me, my daughter.
So the things she's talking about is real. This is not a joke, and I'm going to give you my own personal testimony. We moved out to the suburbs in the 80s. When I was a kid, we moved from the west side of Chicago. I ended up in what they called at the time BD classes by the time I was in 3rd grade. By the time I was in 7th grade, they had kicked me out of the school, and the final straw was I was looking at the teacher up, and I was upset. I'm a kid. They did something, and I was just looking at it. But what she saw in me was murder. They had me in the principal's office with the police. By the end of the day, telling me that I threatened her life just by looking at her. I'm 13 years old. I'm hurt. Nobody asked me about what I was going through at home. I was beaten. My mother was beaten. So all of those stories that you hear, I've lived all of that. But when I look back, the way they just threw me in the BD class, the way law enforcement just saw me as a crook, criminal, and a gangbanger, nobody stopped to ask, what's wrong with you, young man?
Yes.
Is there something that we can do to help you?
Just classified.
I could do a crime with a white kid,
Yep.
and that white kid ended up in a therapy session.
That's right. Well, counseling, right?
They stuck me in the back of the police car and took me straight to 1100 South Hamilton in Chicago.
Yeah.
So now I had to make a decision. Was I gonna be a sheep or a lion?
What you choose?
I'm a lion.
Yes.
I am a king. And I don't bow down for nobody. I protect my people. I protect my city. I protect my neighborhoods. That means that all you standing out there, you are my people.
That's right.
I take ownership in my city.
Yes.
I take ownership in this state. I take ownership in this country. See, that's why our city is not torn down right now. It's because we all take ownership in it.
That's right.
The power of ownership is powerful. Now, she spoke about the school system. So once again, we come back.
Yes.
Politics. There's a school board. That school board is elected. If you don't like what's going on in the school system, have the courage to stand up, become the candidate. Because you have the heart for change. You have the knowledge of what's needed. You are the boots on the ground. The people that's running this stuff, they don't even get kids. Or they're graduated, they're off in college somewhere.
Yep.
None of their kids are in our district. We are the ones affected. When you are affected, be the change you want to see.
That's right.
Unite with the people. We turn this into votes. We elect new board members onto the school board. We change the policy there. We seize the power of the pen. Same thing with the city council. We seize the power of the pen. The county boards, the townships, seize the power of the pen through a united vote. That is where the change comes from.
Yes.
This is communion right here.
That's right.
This is where you find people with the common cause and a common mindset. Now let's channel that energy. I can't stress enough, connect with your people through Facebook, Twitter, whatever, so that everybody in this city knows what's going on, and they know what candidates are running for what, and they know the hearts of those candidates. And make sure that they are candidates who got the courage to go against the system and stand for what's right regardless of what those around them say.
Yeah.
All right, I'm speaking to the white people here.
All right, talk to them.
Put your arm up. I want to see who you are, because I'm going to hold you accountable today.
That's right.
You're here, but it doesn't end here. Racism is our problem. We created it. The moment we stepped one foot in Africa, the moment we stepped one foot in America, we did this. This is how we are here today. We've been stepping on the neck of our colored people forever in our community. It's time for us to do the work. We cannot make them do the work anymore. No black person should have to be standing here today. We should have been standing here from the beginning, holding our elected officials accountable. We have to hold them accountable. We have to go vote. We have to show up at city council. This is our job. We created the system. We have to dismantle it. Keep your fist in the air if you are white. Do you promise to continue the fight?
Yeah.
Do you promise to continue the fight?
Yeah.
To keep using your voice? Do you promise to vote with your dollar?
Yeah.
Do you promise to never give up until Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter! And I won't give up!
Give up!
I won't give up!
Don't give up!
I won't give up! And one more thing while we're all hot and riled. Those boards downtown, there is separation from the conversation. They boarded up their windows because they're afraid instead of stepping outside of their building and say, we're here with you, Elgin. We take your dollars and we are here with you. We will protect you. We will watch out for the bad people. No, they went inside, they boarded up and they said, I'm going to hide in here and I'm going to wait for it to be over. There's a lot of dialogue whether or not we should have covered those boards with pretty pictures. You know, we stole the canvas back and we gave it back to the community. We gave us a voice.
That's right.
And we said, you boarded up, but guess what? This is real Elgin. It is love, it is unity, and Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Hello, everybody. Come on, Camden. Come over here, Camden.
Woo!
behind me. And thank you to the city of Elgin. Marcus, thanks for being a spokesperson today, along with the rest of us. But you know, I heard a young lady say that 32 years she waited for this. I'm 69 years old, okay? And I remember just Monday morning, my son asked, Dad, was it like this in 1968? Absolutely, it was like this in 1968. And here it is, 2020, 52 years, and we still got a march for our rights. Black lives do matter. Black lives do matter. I went through this in Maywood. I went to school with Fred Hampton. There was a whole lot of dispersed that was going on back then. And we tried to say the same thing that we're saying today, that black lives do matter. It does my heart well to see the diversity of people that have marched with us. When the mayor said that he was going to walk from Wing Park to the police department, I was going to drive, but I decided I'm going to walk with the mayor. I'm going to walk with the mayor. This is my grandson. That's my son and my granddaughter and her friend. You know what? I don't want them to have to continuously do the same thing that I've been doing for 69 years, wondering when this is going to all come to an end. This is just the beginning. This is not the end. Let this be the beginning of our future. That's all I got to say.
So he did say something that I didn't even. Hello. There it is. All right. We do have to recognize that our city manager and our police chief and our mayor, they did march with us, even though they were marching in hostile territory. We have to commend them for having the courage. They show courage in doing that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I saw the protest on what's going on in Elgin, and I wanted to come down and add my voice. I grew up in New York City. And I moved here in 2016, and it has been difficult to find jobs. I wanted to come here and add my voice and speak to corporations and to businesses because I have 2 associate's degrees. I have 1 bachelor's degree in business management and finance. I have my master's degrees in business organizational leadership, and I have been on over 100 interviews the past 4 years, 2nd interviews, 3rd interviews, but because of systematic racism and because of racism and because of the leadership from Trump down onwards, it has infected, it has divided so many people. So I am here to speak and touch the hearts of business owners and corporations to hire black people, hire brown people, hire Hispanic people. Yeah. We are qualified. We went to school. We busted those hours. We studied. We have experience. And it's crazy. I have worked in healthcare information for 20 years in New York City, and to come here and go after interviews and nothing. And when the pandemic hit and everybody was quitting, all of a sudden they want to call me. No, you're not going to kill me. Learn from this and hire brown people, hire black people, and hire diversity.
Now, she made a very, very, very valid point. Now, we have that energy, but I do want you to understand, that doesn't mean hire 1 black person. That doesn't mean hire 1 brown person. So you can say, oh, look how diverse we are. Diversity by having 1 is not real diversity. Diversity is when there's multitudes and everybody is evenly distributed throughout a workforce. Not based on how many live in the community. Because you get institutions that say, okay, well, we hire 8% black because there's 8% black in the community, and then X amount of Latinos, we got it covered. And then we got 85% white folks. That's not diversity. That's not diversity at all. And it's not that we're not qualified, it's that the people who are in charge of the hiring, they don't see you as fit. They don't see you as fitting into what they think this box of what this city is supposed to look like. And I say people like that need to be gotten rid of within the human resource departments and things like that. Because they obviously don't know our city, because this is what our city looks like. This is when you go to work and you work in an office or in a factory, this is what your factory should look like. This is diversity. This is truly what it means to be one people, one voice, one community, one people, one voice, one community.
Hello, everybody. I just want. Hello. All right. I just want to say one real quick thing. We, the people of America, need to stand together. White, black, Asian, Hispanic. It do not matter. Pink with purple polka dots. We are the same. We all bleed the same. We wake up every morning, put our pants on the exact same, one foot after another. We need to stand and unite together and fight for our justice. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter!
Can y'all hear me? Hello? Okay. My sign is specifically for Cynthia Clements.
Justice for Cynthia!
She never needed to die.
That's right.
We have all watched that video. Yes, she had a steak knife in her hand. You had guns. You had guns and you shot her dead. In the head, in the chest. You brought that pain upon your people. How is that right? How is that just? We need to do something about that injustice. You cannot stare us in the face and fire someone after a protest and then reinstate them the next year. That man does not belong at this police department.
Say it again.
You are telling your people they don't matter. You are telling your people that you do not care when you put a murderer out there onto the streets. Justice for Cynthia.
Justice for Cynthia! Justice for Cynthia!
Hey, oh, oh.
Jensen has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Jensen has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh!
Jensen has got to go. So you're right. Now, we already told them our demands. The demands are on the table. It's real simple. You either choose the people or you allow one man to keep your city divided. Remove that knife so that we can begin to heal, so that we can be the phoenix of this country.
Give us this one.
Hello, Elgin. Hello. I am not a good public speaker, so I will preface with this.
You got this.
Thank you. Where are my white friends here? Raise your hands. Loud, clear. Raise your voices. I want to tell you how much we, as Elgin citizens, appreciate you.
That's right.
You are the allies that we need. As a child of a white mother, she has been my vessel to the other side. She has spoke for me. She has spoke for my children. Her friends that she has influenced have also spoke for us of color, black, white, Asian, indigenous, whatever you are. Keep up the fight. We need you. You are appreciated.
Let him have it, Brian. Let him have it.
I don't have much to say, man. I do have to say one thing and say his name after me. George Floyd.
George Floyd!
Say it after me. Cynthia Clements.
Cynthia Clements!
Let me hear a loud cheer and round of applause for all of the martyrs who have led to this. All of the people who have gone down to immigration, unjust police force, all of them. Let them hear that you are here with them.
We are here!
I got a very clear message, and you can all read it right here on my shirt. We are all together. We are all human.
One people, one voice, one community. 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 One people.
We found that out after 8 years of considering these people family. Blood does not make you family.
Damn right.
All our people that are confused on how to influence those that you come across, and you are able to observe and allow yourself to be aware of what resides in them, in their hatred towards this situation and what is going on in this universe against the black, the brown, the everything that will divide us and not be in a unit in one human race. Right. We are human. These babies are human. It's not race. I love everybody. Everybody that has blood in their bodies, breath in their bodies, a mind in their soul, everything. I love everybody. We all matter. Everybody matters. These children matter. If you are able to seek a person that is able to unify with you and bridge this gap, no matter the race, no matter the color, come together. Don't be afraid to ask, how do you address your ancestors who may still hold on to this issue?
That's right.
Don't be afraid to ask. We will teach you. We are with you as well.
That's right.
We are. We don't hold everyone accountable. One person accountable for change. We all are accountable for change. So when you wake up and you come in contact with those that are not able to adjust the realities of the situation that is taking place in life, don't be scared to ask. That is how we bridge the gap. Let us help you help us so we can help the world.
That's right.
Thank you.
Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. Don't put it in somebody else's hands. Don't expect somebody, because they're an elected official, to do what's right and do the change that you need. You have to be that change. And if you think and you see that there's people running for office and they're not doing what's right by the masses, and they're only doing things that are for the privileged few, have the courage. Stand up, become the candidate. Become the candidate. The only difference between anybody sitting in office and all of you is they had the courage to run.
Right.
Be the change you want to see.
When I look out at your faces today, this is the fulfillment of a lifetime of dreams for me. I only dreamed there could be a day like this. So I tell you, having lived through 30 plus years of what we have now, please remember this day. No matter how dark things get, remember this day. And I will do my part to talk to white people about their privilege and what they cannot see. That you can see so very, very well. Let's give her a round of applause!
Woo!
When I talk about being the change that you want to see,
Yes.
that means that it's inside your heart.
Yes.
And when it's inside your heart, it reflects on your children.
Yes.
Who you are as a person. How you hate or how you love. How you stand up or how you lay down. That's going to be reflected into your children.
Yes.
Now, I said that to say this. My lovely daughters right here, Anaya and Amara. Class of 2020. All right, my baby wants to speak.
We are the team.
You got this!
If we all stand up together, we outnumber those in power.
That's right. That's right.
We can change the world if we all just stand together and be united.
Hi. You got this, girl!
Okay, so I've dealt with some racism recently. You can't hear me?
Hello out there? No?
No.
Did you burn the battery up? Hello? That's okay. Project your voice. Project your voice.
We hear you, Queen.
You are a queen.
We hear
You are the child of the warrior.
We can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I had to quit a job before because of some racist things, and my mom always told me not to be angry about it.
Yes.
But I think it's okay to be angry.
Yes.
Yeah. We could be. It's not working.
We still with you, Queen.
We could be angry. We just need to channel it like this. Like we don't need to go, projecting our anger because they already see us angry. Like we just gotta do it in a, a good way, like how my dad does it.
Yes.
Kind of like so people don't look at him like an angry black man.
Yes.
They just see us as angry all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Salute.
Yeah!
My name is Mary Chesterton. Citizens for Peace and Justice and Occupy Elgin. We're the folks who stand on Kimball and Grove on Saturday afternoons with signs like this, signs that say things like tax the rich, Medicare for all.
Thank you. Committed. They are committed for change.
New Deal, all these things that will make life better for everybody.
Yes.
But we are getting a little bit older.
Yes.
Our major virtue is perseverance.
Yes.
And it does my heart good to see this crowd with lots of young people.
Yes.
Black and white and brown.
Yes.
Native American.
Yes.
Everybody together. Everybody finally waking up.
That's right.
Yes.
The joy of activism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Antidote to despair and depression is activism. Finding your voice. I know that when we pass the baton to you, you will do it differently than we do because you're a whole new generation. And that's great. So I celebrate you all being here today. Please, stick with it. Please don't let this just be a passing moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not just policing. Prosecution.
That's
sentencing,
right.
incarceration.
Yes.
We need to reform our economic system.
Yes. Talk about it.
To make it fair and just for everybody.
Woo!
Our healthcare system. And get the corrupt, parasitic health insurance companies out of the mix.
Yes.
We to embrace and uplift the most vulnerable people.
Yes. Yes.
We need to house the homeless.
Yes.
Pick up the baton, all of you, each in your own unique way.
Yes.
And carry on the fight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm transgender. Judas. If y'all don't know, it's Pride Month. And I just want to say, for this Pride Month, let's listen to the voices of black and brown LGBT plus people.
Yeah.
For so long. Black trans lives matter. After this Pride Month, continue to listen to them. That's all. Thank you.
Hi. I want to say that Elgin is different.
Yes.
Elgin's very blended. Elgin is not like no other place.
That's right.
We're a very diverse community and we look out for one another.
We are the Phoenix!
So I usually stay quiet on social media, and I'm a part of this group called What's Happening in Elgin, Illinois. And some ugly and hateful things have come out of that group. And I have spent my time arguing, but I've realized I can't change the minds of the ignorant if they don't want their minds to be changed. I want to say that we need to come together. We need to come to events like this. It's not enough that we come. Bring your friends, bring your family, and we need to show that those small amount of people do not represent the majority.
Yeah.
We are Elgin, and hate has no home here.
I'm April. I'm one of 5 kids, and I'm a minister of the gospel, so I can speak loudly, all right? I'm here to say that color blindness is a myth. Color blindness is a myth. See color. Be culturally aware. When you see me, see that I am a black woman. And a lot of extra going on. When you see my babies, see that they are black young women. I am speaking as an educator right now in District U46. Look around at the young people who are in our system, pre-K to 12. I say black lives have to matter in classrooms. This energy is notable. This is powerful. But we need this equal, robust involvement in education. I need to see you showing up. So that we implement curriculum that reflects the diversity of the students we serve. I oversee one of the most segregated areas in education. I oversee gifted education. And I know why my hair is a lot thinner now since when I started. Racialized outcomes in education do not have to persist. We can do something about it. Stop saying our children are at risk. At risk for what? At risk for success? Let's shift the narrative. I grew up as a child in poverty. Representing Clifford Court. One of 5 kids. And you cannot tell me that what we purport as the greatest equalizer in education is still not available to all in 2020. So I need you to show up at 355 East Chicago Street. I need every one of you to attend parent-teacher conferences and ask about little Trayvon, who are still Ask about somebody who has been under or marginalized. Because you have
have a responsibility.
We do.
Right. Yes. I have a responsibility.
We do.
Right. You have a responsibility.
We do.
And the ability to affect the change will happen in classrooms.
Yes.
Will happen in advanced placement courses where doors have been shut historically to children who look like this.
That's right.
You need to become aware of board policies that affect what our children can access. Yes, we have made strides in U46. I submit to you we still have work to do. And we cannot do it alone.
Thank you.
You have a place and a voice in the education system. We will not allow racialized outcomes to continue to be perpetuated on the backs of the most vulnerable. I want you to repeat. Black Lives Matter in classrooms.
Black Lives Matter in classrooms.
Say it again.
Black Lives Matter in classrooms.
And as you've done unto the least of them, you've made the impact.
Thank you.